Hi, Joseph. May I call you Joseph?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to ask you a couple of interview questions so that we can get to know each other a little bit better. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share with me anything that comes to your mind that informs you of your culture or your lifestyle?
I am a bi male in the United States, which means what everyone knows about me comes from popular media made by straight people.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how did you come to know what
Living in the United States.
I can see that makes sense. If at all possible, can you share with me any stereotypes that you have heard about your culture?
Or
your lifestyle, I'm sorry.
all non-straight men are very flamboyant, and their voices are a little bit higher, and they put a little bit of extra in there, and they're all very fashionable and very, like, they don't like dirt, I guess. It's very inscrutable.
So they're very clean?
I guess, like, prim and proper, feminine. I don't know. Gay men can't change tires. I don't know.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It makes sense.
Like, they're not as capable or masculine. That's macho.
Okay.
I think Rock Hudson was gay. Was Rock Hudson gay?
I believe that was a rumor, yes. Yeah, I believe so. Do you believe these stereotypes to be true?
No. That's all horseshit. People are people, man. I consider myself, I'm very comfortable in my masculinity.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, it's all very goofy.
Okay. So, do you fit any of those stereotypes then?
Nah, really.
No?
No. And my only real point of reference for that is, no one ever goes, "Are you gay?" Like, I don't ever get that from people. Except for when I, like, explicitly hit on dudes in public. So, no, I don't think so.
So you're saying, people are surprised?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm I don't know.
You're not, what you're saying is obvious.
Because
to a stereotype.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what emotions does that bring up for you, that you're treated like you are through those stereotypes?
It's honestly, I guess I have to say I haven't really been treated on those stereotypes because the Clausen and I are very good friends.
Okay.
So I don't really know. I mean, I know there is definitely a feeling of fear of being ostracized. Were I as out of the closet as I would like to be.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the question again?
What emotions does that bring up for you? Sad, happy, mad?
Maybe this doesn't fit the question necessarily, but because, like I said, I haven't really been treated under those stereotypes before. But there is like a fear of the general public. In a sense.
Okay.
In case I were to be, because I would like to not be.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Can you share with me any stereotypes that you've heard about, say, my lifestyle as a heterosexual individual?
I don't know. People don't get stereotypes. Very much.
Maybe
that was rude.
Maybe you people is
I'm sorry. I said that. I said that as a joke. I'm sorry.
Maybe a microaggression.
It's probably
possibly. Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
So can you ask me the following questions on that piece of paper, please?
Are you referring to A1 through 3?
Yes.
Please have them... Oh, no, I don't read that. Do you believe the stereotypes to be true? Wait, about me or about you?
About me.
Okay.
I'm going to assume what you meant, and you correct me if I'm wrong, is that I'm a natural, normal
I've heard that
person.
Exactly. I've heard that a lot in my life, that cis-het people are normal. They're
I'm sorry,
natural.
what did you say?
So,
Cis-het?
cis-het is a concatenation of cisgender and heterosexual. Cisgender meaning you identify as the gender you were assigned at birth.
Okay.
And heterosexual, you know what that means.
Sure.
So cisgender heterosexual people, a lot of my life, I've that they're normal, they're natural, they're God's creatures.
Accepted by all.
Exactly. So it's not necessarily that cis people have stereotypes. It's just that the fact that they don't get any stereotypes is sort of a stereotype in and of itself. In that,
okay.
I don't know, and it depends because not everyone is like that.
What about, say, for example, the stereotypes that bisexual or gay and lesbians have about straight heterosexual people? Is there any stereotypes that, like, specifically from that area towards?
It's weird because, like I said, the stereotypes don't come from the LGBT community necessarily, because all those stereotypes are enforced by media, and that media is 2018 has been a lot better than before, but for the vast, large, and by all effectively complete majority is all made by cishet people. So the stereotypes that are in play in the United States come from that, and they're not made by LGBT people. So any stereotypes that there are, for the most, they come from, like, what does Nathan Lane in The Birdcage think of straight people? What is that character written by a heterosexual person?
I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
So, honestly, I can't really think of any. We're all trying to live, mostly.
Okay, well, let's try the questions anyway.
All right. Do you fit any of the stereotypes?
Do I? I'm going to run off the idea that I'm supposed to be normal and accepted by all. So, do I feel like I fit that stereotype? No, absolutely not. I don't think I'm normal.
You're a weird beard.
Because I don't know what normal is. Normal, I think, is an objective
That's
term.
so important.
It's an interpretation of what we all have about how we feel about ourselves.
So many layers.
Right. Like an onion.
Right.
So no, I don't think I fit any of those.
Yeah, it's all because I'm supposed to answer. What emotions are present for you when you are treated as though you are a stereotype?
What emotions?
What emotions?
You know what? I feel like because I have a personal connection and understanding to those that are, from the LGBTQ. So I feel offended for other people when I hear, like, say, for example, The Birdcage. Although, yes, one of my favorite movies because it's entertaining, not because they play flamboyantly.
Oh, it's awful.
Gay men. It's comedy to me, and it's not the gay part that's comedic. I think it's the other parts of it. So I don't mind watching it and laughing at it, and I think it's funny. But what bothers me is when someone, like, say, a heterosexual male, for example, says, oh my God, I can't watch that movie because they're gay. No, I can't watch any movie about a gay person. And that, I think, is like almost a stereotype that's unfair too. Gay or straight men are not supposed to watch movies about gay or lesbians. I just think that's...
Well, they don't watch chick flicks.
Yeah, that's true. Well, some
No, I
do.
don't know why I didn't think of that. No, yeah.
But, so anyway, to answer your question is, I'm offended. And I'm offended,
Oh, I
not
apologize.
necessarily for me. I'm offended for other people.
What a heavy burden you bear.
Thanks.
Oh, is there more in the back? Oh, I'm doing these now. Or those yours? My bad.
From your point of view, what do you think is the biggest difference between you and I? As in not just us personally, but you being a bisexual man and me being a heterosexual woman. Other than physical attributes.
Do you mean like in a broad sense? Like what is the difference between a heterosexual woman and a bisexual man? Or the difference between me and you?
You as a bisexual man
Oh, I see.
and me as a heterosexual woman.
I don't really think there are any. I try to think of everyone as their individual. I don't know about you, but I don't know. Those things don't necessarily. They absolutely do in a subconscious sense. Like I have to understand that, but I do my best not to like actively.
Would you consider maybe trying to find a difference as judging? Maybe there's a judgment.
Yeah.
A judgment
because
involved?
exactly. Yeah. It's important to have to recognize that like you're different, I'm different, but we have to meet somewhere. So I guess what I'm doing is probably not the best, but I just find it easier to just human to human instead of like bisexual,
I see. Okay.
mixed race, male.
We're all
cisgender,
basically a
heterosexual.
shell,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah. I don't know how well that answers your question.
No, that's good. What about any like the biggest similarities between, you as a bisexual man and me as a heterosexual
We're
woman?
both interested in therapy.
Okay, that's true.
I don't know. Like I said, they're all people.
We love.
Yeah.
We get angry.
Yeah.
Although those are those are a little obvious, aren't they? If you were a therapist, what would you want for me to know? Or how would you like for me to act that would make you feel more comfortable?
So,
Is there
the question
something
was hard to parse.
Is there something personal about your lifestyle that you feel that I would need to know in order to understand you better or to make you feel more comfortable?
I'm very comfortable with who I am in a personal sense. I don't have any internal struggles with my identity or anything like that. But, and it is a glaring weakness of mine that I appreciate discretion. In that I don't like to share who I am because on one hand, it's none of your damn business.
Okay.
Second hand, it's just like this nagging fear in the back of my head that suddenly I will be different to people.
Oh, okay.
Because with the rest of my family, like I don't think there's anything they could tell me that would change my perception of them. But I know there are things that I could tell some people in my family and some people in my close friends that like it will absolutely change their perception of me, and that won't necessarily be a bad thing, but it still scares me.
Okay.
No.
Okay, but in a therapy sense, like me being a therapist to you, anything personally that would just make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any problem telling you anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I guess if I have to think that hard to answer the question, huh?
Oh. It says it's still recording. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What? Oh, God.
As we close, is there one moment that made you feel less comfortable? And can you share why you felt less comfortable? Anything that I asked you Maybe any word that I might have used